This is the debut episode of a podcast by a couple of producers. And it's pretty simple. With Tall Paul Joseph, Jack Silver, we produce radio shows, we run radio stations, and we thought, if those schmucks can do it, Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've done it. We've actually done it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I figured, since we're quarantined, which we'll get to in a second.
Yeah.
We'd spend a little time knocking down a couple things. First of all, what you miss most and what you miss least about being in this Corona crapola.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm sure you're loaded with that.
Yeah. Where do you start? Where do you start with that, But aside from that, you discover a lot of new things that, aren't so bad. Honestly, there are things that I'm doing now that I've never done. Some I'm actually embarrassed to tell somebody like you, because I know you are a really detailed person. I know that every morning when we were actually at work in jobs, when we went to the office, you would review your banking, your cards, all of that stuff, right?
Sure. Yeah, I do that every day.
Okay. Well, embarrassingly to say,
yes,
I have had time now to actually start doing that. And I found a litany of terrible things that have been charged to me that shouldn't have been.
Oh, okay.
And I'll tell you just one of them.
Yeah, please do that. By the way, that's a good example of the benefits of the Corona.
Well, that's exactly where I'm going with that, because this is something I swear I would never do and never have done. Mm-hmm. I do look at my bills when they come in, but I do a quick cursory scan and I'm done. I looked at my American Express card and I saw this charge of $12.99 from Netflix. Dating back, I started going back, not 1 year, not 2 years, not 3 years, not 4 years, 5.5 years of $12.99, which is fine because I take Netflix. But what I discovered was they charge me at the top of my bill, and then they charge me at the bottom of my bill.
Well, I don't suppose you got right on that. And
yes, I did. Yeah. So I called and got into that with them, and I said, "You're charging me twice." And they said, "Well, you should have discovered that we can only go back 60 days. I said, "Oh, no. We're going back." I said, this equates to like, $1,500 or so.
Sure.
It's a lot of money over 5-6 years. And so I had to go through a million channels to get that taken care of. I had to go through the initial thing where the customer service says, this is the best we can do.
Right.
Then I have to escalate it
to the supervisor.
Past that to a VP.
Right.
Finally, I got a resolution and they actually sent me a check.
Oh, see?
You'd be proud of me.
Well, I think that could be the lesson. If there's one of a myriad of lessons to be learned, is use the time wisely. You just made $1,500, Paul.
Well, the real lesson here is somehow get on my charge card, because I don't look at it.
Well, yeah, no. So if any of these companies are listening, Tall Paul Joseph is a really easy mark.
Yeah, you just get on my card, and guess what? You're good for 5-6 years of billing before I even look at it.
Well, I was going to start with the things that I don't miss, that I won't miss when we finally get out of this Corona stuff.
I'd love to know.
One of them is, the handshake. I, as you kind of know, and if nobody knows, I hate handshaking. I've got the carpal.
That's what you say, too. That's kind of your opening line.
Well, I've got the carpal tunnel. Mm-hmm. When you shake people's hands, they generally have a death grip or a claw.
Yeah.
And it takes me back years of physical therapy when people shake your hands.
Right.
So now, like when you go golfing, for example, this is the best example. You tee off, say it's just you and me, we get paired up with two other guys.
Right.
I say, this is Paul, I'm Jack. They go, hi, I'm Bob, and I'm Marty. And then they give you the big grip.
Right.
Now you just go, hey man, Corona, social distancing, no can do.
No, this is right in your wheelhouse.
This has been, and I'm not, what's his name? I'm not Howie Mandel.
Yeah.
I'm cool. I'm not totally a germaphobe.
Yeah.
But this has done a really good job of that.
Yeah.
What else? The other thing I won't miss would be, well, for example, cooking at home.
Yeah.
Okay. I've had an ass full of home cooking in the past 90 days.
You're praying to tip somebody, aren't you? You just want to tip somebody.
Well, I would like to, tip somebody, have someone make me a drink.
It's all good. I mean,
Yeah.
we're both kind of homebodies. I mean, I actually enjoy this aspect of now figuring out dinners. And, my big thing is I can't wait to go to the market because it gets me out of the house. So I'm standing by for June, my wife, or the kids, to hand me a list of things I need to go get. And I'm out that door down the street because I just want to go somewhere. I want to get in the car. I want to drive. I go into the store. I'm masked up, but I'm there. It's fine.
And I do think that's another positive of this.
Yeah.
You find yourself doing things that you kind of wouldn't do. Like, for example, yesterday I was doing the laundry. I feel like a housefrau.
Yeah.
In between, returning emails and whatever else you're doing for work, you throw a load of laundry in.
Yeah.
So I finished the laundry, which is, again, it's a double-edged sword, Paul.
It is.
A, I'm doing the laundry, which is kind of disheartening. But then B, I'm doing the laundry, so I'm getting something done.
Right.
Well, comes time to put the socks away.
Right.
Have you ever heard the expression, people that are really bored, what are you going to do? Well, I'm rearranging my sock drawer.
Yeah. Oh, is that, you actually do it?
I did it.
Oh my God.
I took out all the single.
You found all the ones that didn't match?
All the ones that didn't match.
Yeah.
Took those out.
Uh-huh.
And then, and I don't know what you do with them, so I just threw them away. I put them in a Ralph's bag and put them in the trash.
Yeah.
And Paul, if you'd see how I lined up those socks.
Oh, no. This is putting us back 100 years, Jack.
I was proud of that.
Yeah.
What else? Well, commuting.
Oh, yeah.
I got to admit, I don't think I'm going to miss commuting. I mean, like, you come from Malibu, and do you miss schlepping in every day from work?
Honestly, that's the best part. And I don't miss those gas bills because, I was spending so much money on gas to get back and forth and all of that. And now one tank lasts me like 2-3 weeks. I mean, I'm just like not using gas.
Yeah. Someone asked me, they said, well, how much is gas in LA? Your family from out of town.
Yeah.
I go, I don't know. I'm not sure. I filled up like once in mid-April.
Right.
And I think I've told you that the most driving I've been doing, I have to get the trash cans out to the curb.
Yeah, well, that's a big one.
Right. So I have to pull the car out to get the trash cans out. So pulling back and driving back in is about the distance I drive.
That's it.
That's it. And then golf on the weekends. But
have you had battery issues at all? Because I've had some battery issues with the cars by sitting so much.
Yeah. I haven't, but that's a good recommendation. If you haven't started your car in the last 90 days, my recommendation is fire that baby up.
Oh, I've got a secret for you too. This is one of the benefits of staying at home. Another one of my discoveries, which I would have never figured out if I hadn't had the time. If you call your insurance company and say your car is just sitting, they take, I think they leave on the liability or comprehension, whatever it is, comprehensive.
Right.
But they take away the other, so you get like a 50% break on your insurance while it's sitting. It's kind of sweet. So you save some money if you're not using the car.
Well, that's the key too on all this thing is all these find ways to chisel these people down.
Right.
Because there's no reason to be paying a full auto insurance. And some of them will give you 15% just on their own, but you can probably do better than that. All right. Let's have one last one, what you miss or what you won't miss. I would say, I definitely miss dining out. I would say going to.
You're a big diner, and so am I.
Well, I had, and for example, you and me.
Yeah.
Or you and I, or whatever. Don't call the grammar police on me. I don't know what it is.
I know. Yeah.
Whatever it is. You and I loved on Tuesdays to go for Thai food in Culver City, California.
Right.
Paul, what I wouldn't give to have that shitty Thai food.
The bad Chinese we ate, all the different foods.
Bad Chinese. I'd take bad Wendy's at the Wendy's.
You always complained about Wendy's. Now you'd love to go there with me.
I complain about Wendy's. The food is dreadful, and I don't mean to be mean. And I know they try, and
it was in a rough neighborhood too.
Yeah, and the Frosty is good. The actual dessert I liked. I would take any of that. The Thai food, the Chinese, the Wendy's. How about you? What's the one last thing you would miss?
Yeah. No, well, that was kind of on the head of my list is because I guess, and by the way, I wanted to say this is National Handshake Day. So.
Well, then count me out.
Yeah. So here's my hand.
Right.
Shake me.
Yeah. Forget that.
Fist bump.
Hate
it.
Hate it.
I miss the camaraderie of, I guess it is, eating and doing all that, or, just the thought of doing something like that is gone now, and I think every once in a while I get this urge. Like the other day I thought, oh my God, I want to take the kids, I want to get in the car and I want to go to Las Vegas and just hang out. It just it was in my blood. I felt like,
right. And you guys love Vegas.
We love Vegas. And then I thought, oh God, I can't do it. There's no way I can really do it. With peace of mind, I can't do it. So those types of things that hit me, like I can't go to a Dodger or Angel game.
Yeah.
That bums me out, So
even
that
though
kind
baseball's coming back, it's just not the same. And I would be careful of doing that. So, all right, well, cool. Well, in the spirit of being a producer.
Yeah, you produce it, so go ahead. Where are we going?
I think you'd agree that these podcasts go on and on. It's like the diarrhea of the mouth type guys who just keep talking and talking and talking.
Right.
We'll keep talking, but let's try a different topic. All right.
Okay.
I told you I wanted to do the top 3 because I'm a checklist person.
I know you are.
So let's do the top 3 shows, one, on the ones you've been watching during this pandemic.
I've got mine.
Okay. Well, then start. What's your first one?
Dead to Me was my number 1 favorite.
Yeah.
On Netflix. I love that show with Christina Applegate.
Yeah.
And it's over now. We're waiting for the next season. But if you haven't watched it, watch the first 10 episodes. It's just a great show. It's a cliffhanger each episode. Yeah. It's just a really, really good show. I loved it.
Yeah, I've seen that, and you're right. And she's fantastic, and it's a really good story. Yeah. Which keeps you on the edge of your seat. Well, for me, I started like catching up. I did the old catch-up thing, and I know this is kind of nerdy, but I watched Mad Men and this Mindy Project. Yeah. So it's kind of a twosome thing. So I was able to catch up on shows that were old that people always told you about.
Right.
And in both cases, that Mad Men, I can see why that won every freaking award.
Oh, yeah.
And this Mindy Kaling, Mindy Project, which is funny. And that's the other thing too, Paul, because some of the stuff that you're watching, it's as depressing as the pandemic.
No, it is. Yeah. It is.
So those are, I'll mush those two together on the catch-up thing. And I thought both of them lived up to the hype. And I'm glad I caught up with those. All right, so that's the first one. What's your second one?
Lucifer, which I love. Lucifer, I'm in the middle of that now. Last night I actually watched episode 6 of it. So if you haven't watched Lucifer, great characters, very funny premise. And it's about the
what's
devil.
What's funnier than the devil? The devil.
That's right. Devil coming to Earth and wanting to be a human. Basically, that's what's going on.
Sure,
So it's just and then obviously it's like if you took Castle and put him into the devil's outfit, because that's who he is. He's riding with a police detective, and he's doing this whole thing, and it's amazing. I love that show.
And which one is that on? Hulu, Netflix?
That's Netflix again.
Amazon. I mean, you got to really
Netflix.
You have to find the show and then figure out where it is.
Oh, listen.
Yeah,
I'm so far behind. I could spend the next 30 years looking at content that I haven't seen, but I'm just trying to pick the best ones that I've heard about and watch now, and it's really fun.
Cool.
What's yours?
Well, I watched a movie. A movie popped onto my screen.
Wow, how'd you do that?
And it was the new Spike Lee movie, and I believe it's called The Five Bloods.
Oh, yeah.
And I hope I got the name right. I apologize for not having the production notes in front of me. But it was very good. It's a story about these 5 Vietnam veterans who go back to Vietnam to try to find a cache of gold bars that they had hidden while they were over there. And of course, I was going to say hijinks ensue, but they don't. It's not hijinks. It gets a little rough and a little gory. But I've always liked the Spike Lee movies, and I would recommend it. Just got to make sure it's not for kids, and it's probably the wives won't like it because it's a little
messy.
A little messy. A very well written script and acted like beyond belief the way these guys did it. So that's my second one that I watched. How about your third?
Well, I'm kind of conflicted because there's Designated Survivor, which is a series that was on ABC, and then it moved to, I think, Netflix or Hulu, and it just has my favorite people in it, like Kiefer Sutherland, Maggie Q. If you haven't seen Maggie Q, help yourself to that.
Okay.
Seriously.
Will do.
I mean, beautiful.
Yeah.
And just, I just love the premise of the show. Are you familiar with it at all?
No. I've
Okay,
heard
basically,
of it, I've heard about it, but
basically during the State of the Union, the president, the vice president, his entire cabinet gets blown up. And so there's supposedly in our government, there's a designated survivor, if that happens, that would become the president. Well, Kiefer Sutherland is that designated survivor. He becomes president, and then it goes from there. So it's a really good story, I think they've got 3 seasons under their belt, and I'm hoping that there's going to be more. But love that show, and then but also the movie, and this is probably an old movie. I think it's like 3 or 4 years old. John Bonet, Ramsey.
Yeah, there's a movie.
That
about
movie,
that?
John Bonet speaks out, or John Ramsey speaks out on John Bonet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was so interesting to actually follow the detectives through it.
Yeah.
And this one detective that was retired out of Dallas that they brought in on the case, hired, his name is Lou Smith, who unfortunately passed away. This guy uncovered all the reasons why it couldn't have been the Ramseys, that it's an outside guy. He used more latest stuff of the DNA testing, and actually has a list of I think 150 people or less of who it is.
Wow.
And he died before he got through that list.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, is someone following that list down? And if not, maybe you and I should do it.
Well,
I mean, seriously, I want to know who killed her. I'm surprised the dad he's rich.
Right.
Isn't that, maybe he does. Maybe he has somebody on it. I'm going to look into it more.
Yeah.
It's a fascinating thing of how they came to this. And they actually discovered now that there was somebody in that house that did that. And they've got his DNA, and they just have to narrow the list down and get it. And I hope
all those investigative shows are so well done.
I love it.
It's unbelievable the time they put into that. All right, well, I'll wrap it up by going just kind of taking a side turn. Here's what I've been binge watching are concerts on YouTube. So, like I'm obsessed with Kenny Chesney.
Yes, you are.
Or Jimmy Buffett, Kenny Chesney, Zach Brown Band. So you'll go to that YouTube, you find a concert, or like last night, Jimmy Buffett was at Red Rocks in Colorado. Put it on there. So you stream the concert, you take your little Wi-Fi or Bluetooth speaker,
right, and
crank it up.
No. Now, is it the concerts that make you drink? Or is it the drinking that makes you watch concerts?
Yeah, no, sure, Paul. It's the concert that makes me drink.
Because I know that you like to get your drink and a cigar or something, and
go
out on the patio and
drinking a cigar. And it's I have to blame the concerts because I wouldn't be drinking.
Okay.
Much. No.
Well, yeah.
By the way, we'll get to that next time about the drinking issue. During
your bad habits.
But I would recommend everybody, and that, to tie a bow around it, makes it so that you're not just watching shows that could either be a little, make you more tense.
Yeah.
13 Reasons Why, which is
right.
a good show, but God, I mean, you want to kill yourself after it. It's really tough. So concerts are good, and you can find your favorites all over the damn thing. And God love that YouTube.
Oh yeah, it's the best. Well,
Paul, Jack Silver, we're going to wrap this thing up with I call this one the pickup game.
Okay.
So we're on the playground, and we have to start a team. So you get 3 picks, I get 3 picks. By the way, have you noticed a little theme running through? I work in 3s. Yeah,
everything's in 3s. Is that how you handle your wives?
Well, I can't count to 4.
You need one more.
Yeah, no, I'm good with that. Well, I think 2 is my limit, and I hope for everyone that's about it. All right, so we pick up team. You get 3, I get 3. The most attractive, hottest actresses.
Ooh.
That you could start we're playing 3-on-3 basketball. I get 3 actresses. You get 3 actresses.
Oh.
I'll start with that Charlize Theron.
Oh, you like her? Yeah, she's nice.
Yeah. I saw her recently on a couple different shows, and again, the look is there, but I think the attitude is there too. So I know this is kind of more visual, but she checks all the boxes. So
okay,
at least they're on. How about you?
I like that. Okay, so I'm gonna think center, power forward, I'm going with Olivia Wilde as my power forward. Beautiful girl. Have you seen her?
I've seen some of the pictures online. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a big fan of that?
Yes.
That look?
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
I am. Yeah.
Well, yeah. That's a good one. Okay. All right. The second one I would probably go with would be, believe it or not, Vivica A. Fox.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know if you remember. And again, I don't mean to go old school on it and everything, but I like the look. I actually ran into her one time at a club and made a total ass of myself. Like, the old big fan. Yeah. And she's like
stumbling over yourself, saying all the things in your head you'd say you'd never say.
Right. And of course, you'd have had a couple belts and there's Vivica A. Fox standing right next to you like, oh, hi, Miss Fox. Big fan. And she goes, yeah, great. Hit the road, Gramps.
Yeah. Well, my second one, I would take Kerry Washington.
Ooh.
I think I'm a big fan of the Scandal. That show is off the air.
Right.
But Kerry Washington, very beautiful woman. And I think that she has, because I'm also trying to build a team here.
Right. Yeah. She's got
people that
all handling skills.
Olivia Wilde, she's beautiful but tough. Kerry Washington, beautiful but tough. And so those are my first two picks.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, the third one, and going off of your thing, it probably wouldn't make sense, but because I don't know if she can dribble or rebound. But I like the girl who plays Miss Maisel on the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Yeah.
And again, bad producing. I don't know her real name.
I don't either.
I find her very attractive.
Okay.
And very nice. Be fun to hang out with. And she probably wouldn't be a head case in the locker room.
Probably.
So whoever Mrs. Maisel is, and actually she's from Chicago, I know, and I know about her, but hold on, should I look it up?
Yeah, look her up and see who Mrs. Maisel. You talk about her a lot, I know. You love that series.
That's a great show.
Yeah, you always talk about her. So I'm sure the actress is...
her name is cast.
Yeah. What do we got?
Rachel Brosnahan.
Oh, okay.
So that's my third, and I'll take her, and she could play point guard on the squad.
Okay. Well, my third... Yeah. But I also have to do one off the bench because I've got two that are colliding here. The one I mentioned earlier, Maggie Q from Designated Survivor.
Okay.
She's my guard.
Got it.
And she's going to bring the ball up.
Got it.
And she's really good at that. Yeah. So I know that she's beautiful. You're going to love her. Check her out, Maggie Q. But then the other one off the bench is Jennifer Garner, who's always been a favorite of mine.
Terrific. Yeah.
Her commercials and everything, she's beautiful. Well,
and that's another one. I met her at a Super Bowl. She was promoting a movie called Draft Day.
Oh, you met her? I haven't met her.
Yeah, and like the thing, Paul, and we'll wrap this up. But the thing about meeting celebrities or interviewing them, sometimes they outkick the coverage. They look better than they look on screen, or sometimes they don't. And again, I'm no trip to Hollywood. Let's face it. I mean, with this mug, you're not going to get a lot going. But but Jennifer Garner in person was absolutely drop dead stunning. Like,
I'm so happy to hear that because she's one that I have not met in person or even seen.
Yeah.
And by the way, she's in our neck of the woods.
Yeah.
And have you ever seen her around the neighborhood?
No, I have never seen her around the neighborhood. I've seen, what's his name? The husband. They're not married anymore.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Ben Affleck. I've seen him around the parade. But no, she was just, crystal eyes.
Wow.
Perfect face, perfect skin. Yeah, Jennifer Garner. Good call, Paul.
Thank you.
All right, well, that's it. Now, this is how you run a podcast, Paul.
This is it.
You tell them what you're going to tell them.
Yep.
You tell them, and then you get the hell out.
You get out.
So they can go listen to something else.
I like this. But we got a lot more stuff. We're coming back.
Oh, we'll come back. This is just Ep.1.
Yeah.
And, with more down the road. So let's reconvene very soon.
I'll be right here.
Well, where else will we be with this shit?
I'm right. I'm sitting right here. You can come back in 30 minutes. I'll be.
All right, I will.
All right.